All right, with our doors taken care of, let's transition to the drawers here. There's 11 of them on this project. We're using full extension metal drawer slides on these. That way you can get full access to the drawer, and they have a really sweet soft close feature to them. Now the thing here is you want to get them installed accurately. The slides here, you can see how it slides out. Comes in two parts. There's a part that gets attached to the drawer, and this larger section gets attached to the cabinet. That way you can install both parts separately, slide them together, and things go a little bit smoother. Now about the drawers themselves, I actually used pocket hole joinery to assemble the drawers. I drilled pocket holes on the front and the back face of the drawer back. Later on at the front, this is going to get covered up with our painted false front, so you'll never see them, and we have a nice strong drawer to go inside of our project here. Now to get the drawer slides installed correctly, we're going to be using a hardware solution from Kreg. It's their drawer guide installation jig. Now there's a right and a left here, and what you'll do is you'll install them on the inside of the cabinet, clamping them to the face frame in this case. Once they're clamped in place, then I can just simply line up the drawer slide with the back edge of the face frame, set it in place, and then drive a few screws into the drawer slide and into the side of the case. Once those screws are in place, we can unclamp the installation jig, flip it around to the front side, clamp it in place so that it's extending out. Now that's going to act like a nice shelf for us to be able to set the drawer box in place. We can pull out the drawer slide a little bit, line it up where it needs to, and then drive screws through the slide into the side of the drawer box. With that done, the drawer is set in place. There are some fine-tune adjusting screws that you can do on both the drawer box and on the case side if you want to fine-tune the fit, but with this installation jig, you shouldn't need to do too much. With all the drawers and doors installed, what we need to do now is add the hardware. And what we want, especially for the doors, is that all of these pulls are located consistently across all 6 of the doors that are on this particular project. Our way to do that is to use the Kreg hardware installation jig. And what this consists of is a T-shaped assembly with rulered and graduated lines all across it. There are adjustable holes that you can set up to match the spacing of your particular pull. There's even a centered one here you can use for knobs. Then there's also this fence that rides along this other leg of the T, and that registers the jig against the edge of either a door or a drawer. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to pop open this door here, and there you can see how that offset is established. It's adjustable, so we can put this pull wherever we want to. There's also a stop down on this bottom edge that's going to register the location of the handle from the bottom edge of the door. You can set it off the top edge too if you like. Now that way, once this is located, I can drill the pilot holes for my pull. And there we go. Now I know that the handle is installed accurately. I can keep this same setup and just flip it around and use it on a right-hand door as well. The process for installing the pulls on the drawers is pretty much the same. I'm going to start with this wide drawer here. What I've done is just altered the setup a little bit. I've left the spacing the same because it's the same pulls that we're using. I've repositioned the fence so that the holes are centered on the width of my drawer. I've also changed the location of the end stop so that I'm registering from one end of the drawer. Then I can drill the pilot holes for the pull on the right side here. Then it's just a matter of flipping things around, same setup, and using it to drill the pilot holes for the left side pull. When it comes to the narrower drawers where there's only a pull that's centered on it, what you'll find is that on the fence of the jig is a little notch that marks the center line of it. So I've marked a center line on the drawer front. I align the notch with the center line, and then I can mark and drill those holes. And then I know that the pulls on the narrow drawers are all going to be installed correctly as well. That wraps up our cabinet build here. I'm pretty happy with how this laundry room upgrade turned out. And what's even more enjoyable is how quickly this whole process went. Starting with a few stacks of plywood, was able to cut them all apart and get them down to their project pieces using the Kreg cutting solutions. Whether it's the track saw or the rip cut or their cross cut track, there are a lot of great ways in order to be able to break down those sheets. From there, we started assembling them into our cabinet boxes, and it's all about the pocket screws there, where we could drill the holes we needed to, whether it's on smaller pieces or large panels, and get them located in the right spot. Assembly was quick and easy, as you'd expect. From there, we could fill it out with our drawers and doors, and then install them using the Kreg hardware solutions, whether it's the hinge boring jig or the drawer and door pull installation jig, and even the one for the drawer slides. All ways to be able to get your project done quickly and easily, and more importantly, that it's accurate, safe, and the projects can be customized to suit your home. I can't wait to get this one installed in my home and then start filling up all this great storage space. I hope you learned something along the way here on how you can apply Kreg jigs and solutions to your next project. Thanks for watching.